I'm Joyce, and I get to be here today at Habitat for Humanity of Walton County with Teresa Emdeck, the Executive Director. Hi, Teresa.
Hi, Joyce. Thank you for coming out today.
Absolutely. It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you since you guys won your grant in 2016.
I know. It was a super exciting time.
Yeah. What was life like since then?
Oh, it has definitely been an adventure. We purchased our lot thanks to Impact100, and we are currently building our facility, and we hope to have it done late May, early June.
Oh, that's great. You're going to have to make sure that you let us know so that we can flood the place with Impact members.
Oh, I definitely hope that, you know, the entire congregation of members come and come and shop with us
as well. To do that. So tell the women who were in the meeting a little bit about your grant and the project.
Well, gosh, we moved our Restore to Santa Rosa Beach back in 2014 and soon found that we had outgrown our space. We're in an old fire station. And so I just knew that we needed a much larger facility so that we could, you know, help double our affordable housing mission to build workforce housing for well-deserving families in Walton County. But the only way to really do that was through our Restore. And so I applied through Impact100 in order to do a down deposit to purchase land. And so the first time I applied back in 2015, we actually were denied. I cried because we shortly flooded, I want to say 2 months later, and I was in tears, and I picked myself back up and I applied for the second year and was overwhelmed to receive that grant. It was a very emotional day.
Good. I remember that day, and it was very emotional. It meant an awful lot to you. Your presentation, though, is what I think tipped it. Tell us a little bit of that story.
You know, it's not so much the Restore, it's what the Restore means. I always tell everybody, you know, the Restore, one of my very first days, somebody was crying at the Restore, and I came out and I'm like, what is going on? And this woman was buying a toilet, not a, you know, crazy purchase to be doing, but she was in tears, and I, you know, asked a little bit more what was going on, and she had struggled with affordable housing, and her plumbing had backed up, and she had spent her entire paycheck to get a plumber out, and he said, I'm sorry, ma'am, you're gonna need a new toilet. And you know, she couldn't afford a toilet. You know, it's close to $200 at Lowe's, and somebody had told her about our Habitat Restore, and she came in and she was able to get a toilet for $25, and she was able to have a working toilet for her and her family. But it's not so much just those stories and the people we serve in the community. All of the money from our Restore funds all of our operations so that we can build workforce housing in our area. 86% of our county can't afford to live here, and that statistic's gone up, you know, since the latest report has come out. So we really struggle with affordable housing in our area, and it's not just that. COVID has greatly increased the pressures for affordable housing as well. You know, with so many people moving to our area, it's driving the cost of housing up even more for the people that already couldn't afford it.
Sure, and it's something that most people don't think about, right? It's attainable housing. We go to the restaurants, we go shopping, we go get our nails done or our hair done. We don't think about where do those people live so that they can provide the service. And organizations like Habitat help give them places to live. Now, a little birdie told me that you used the $123,000 of your grant for the down payment on the land. And a birdie told me that she thought that you guys saved $50,000 in interest as opposed to having to take out a loan. Tell me about that process.
You know, we were able to leverage the grant instead of having to take a loan out to purchase the land. The cost savings over the next 20 years is $52,000. Just like for our new facility right now, it's actually 50 cents on the dollar now with where interest rates are. So, it's an incredible thing. It's actually slightly higher than that. I think when I initially applied for the grant, that's, what we'd been quoted, but it's actually, higher than that, what we were able to save just because of Impact. And it really propelled us to do it. I was nervous. I knew we needed to do it. Hindsight, I wish it was ready last year, but our facility, when everything goes away, we need that revenue, not only to build more houses, but just to be able to sustain and do what we're currently doing. When all the events go away, is what I kept telling people. I was like, oh gosh, what happens if these, fundraising events go away? What happens if donations dry up? And 2020 was very eye-opening that I wish our facility was ready last year, but we are ready for it to come and be open in May and June.
In just a few more months.
Yes.
So you've got a rendering here. Talk to me about what this is going to be and how it's going to operate and where things will be situated within it.
Well, what I am excited about is to finally have an office. So people are going to be able to come in and shop. We are open to the public. Anybody can shop. Granted, I love the stories of people, not being able to afford those doors and windows at Home Depot and come in. But we are open to the public. So this is, the space for shopping. It's also available in the back warehouse.
Okay.
I am beyond excited. We're going to have a donation processing center. So people can come in. We're going to be super convenient for people to drop off in the back and then be able to turn around. We don't have that currently. And so, it's a shame. A big part of our grant was recycling. And, if you're not convenient to drop off, a lot of people would just rather throw it away. So the key portion to having the donation processing center is really truly going to be a game changer for us. And then I'm also just so excited because our admin offices are going to be right through that door up on the top. So we're all going to be in the same facility. If you've ever been to our current, you're at our current facility, we've got outdoor pods. A lot of people don't know, but we were flooded 3 feet of standing water during Hurricane Sally. So, we're making do with the location we have, but this is truly going to be a game changer. We're going to be able to triple the amount of people that we're currently serving. I mean, we did 10,000 transactions just out of our current facility, and we really fully anticipate tripling that. And that's triple the merchandise that's going to stay out of the county landfill. Those are all of those things. We're the 3rd fastest growing county in the state, so construction is outrageous right now. And so all of those dumpsters being filled going to the county landfill, we can accept all of that and recycle back out in the community for those people that really need it.
And that's all coming from that $123,000 grant.
Yes, that dream.
That gives me
that
chills.
Dream that I had so many years ago. It really propelled us, to what you're looking at now. So
absolutely,
it meant a lot. Like I said, I was so impassioned with the organization. I was really excited to join the next year after we received the grant as a Next Gen member.
And so you joined as a Next Gen after you won your grant.
Yes.
All right. So we've got women, I'm sure, who are in the meeting who don't know about the Next Gen program or how it operates. Would you tell them about it?
Well, you probably know more of the details than I do, but the Next Gen was an opportunity for somebody, I believe, under the age of 35 to be able to join, and the great ladies of Impact will sponsor you, and so gradually by the 3rd year, you're paying the full membership by yourself. But it allowed me to kind of test in and get in so that I could start saving up. And realistically, when you look at it, it's less than $100 a month. And I know what Impact did for our organization, and we're a very small community, and there's 52 registered nonprofits, I want to say, in Okaloosa and Walton County, and I just wanted this for, my I say coworkers, but my friends, the people I see every day doing great things, and the more money we have, the more great things that can be done, and I knew what it meant to our organization. I really wanted my friends that I see every day to be able to make the impact that we're going to make through our new Restore.
And you're a living example of what we mean when we say that the women of Impact 100 are not wealthy women.
Yeah.
We're just generous women.
I completely agree with that.
And you did that. And that wasn't, I didn't plan that. So they can't fuss at me for that. And so talk about attainable housing, especially in light of the pandemic.
The scoreboard, if you look at, it was the statistic yesterday morning that the population in Florida is increasing by 1,000 each day, and 981 of them are people coming from out of state. So I always tell everybody, if you work minimum wage, granted minimum wage is going up to $15 an hour, but
Hopefully,
you gross, $1,342 a month.
Right.
And I always tell everybody, right around the corner, supposedly, next to Small Mart, that we call Small Mart, that facility there is $1,100 for a 1 bedroom. So our county is just not affordable. We actually take every single person that we have built a home for is paying less as a Habitat homer than they were previously paying in rent.
Wow.
And that's including the people that we've taken off the HUD voucher system. So that just goes to show you the struggles that we are having, for workforce housing. We're currently building for a Walton County School district employee of 9 years and her 3 children.
Wow.
And she has been trying to even just buy a trailer in Ponce de Leon, and even those are going fast. And that's nowhere near, the safe and decent, affordable housing that she deserves.
Right.
And, it's tears every day. She's so thankful to have her forever home.
Sure.
We've built for Walton County Sheriff employees and, disabled grandmothers and Publix pharmacy techs and Regions Bank employees. I mean, you've got teachers behind you. Mostly single moms, but we don't obviously discriminate. But there's just so many single moms, and every house we build, I always say our Habitat family gets bigger, and you can't help but cry at the home dedications with all the hard work that they put into making that house theirs. And a lot of people always think we give Habitat homes away. We don't. We're a helping hand, not a handout. Our homeowners purchase the homes for us at whatever the price is that cost for us to build, and then it's financed at 0%. So I always tell everybody, if you're going to go get your car fixed and you look at that final bill and you look at parts and then you look at labor, you could do without the labor part. It makes getting your car fixed so much more affordable, and truly that's the gift of Habitat.
Exactly. I think we have some questions.
Oh goodness.
From the group. I am getting messages from Carly, so yes, we have quite a few. I have a hello to you from one of your Habitat moms, Cindy McHugh.
I love it. Hi, Cindy. I have my mask and we're social distancing.
One of the questions is, what are your greatest needs for the Restore right now?
Donations are always great coming in. Volunteers, coming in. Appliances. Our phones are constantly ringing. We were discussing earlier, even through the pandemic, our phone rang off the hook because as people are having to quarantine and having to stay at home more, the subpar affordable housing is just not the greatest. But we always need help processing. We need help back here in the admin office, just filing, especially as we get ready to move. We really have to take our entire facility, and move it over. But, we really truly have something for everyone. We've got 15 different committees, from family selection to family support to finance committees to just whatever anybody's interested in, but volunteers are always greatly needed.
So bodies to do work.
Money's always great,
money
but
is
we know
great.
that's a little tough sometimes.
And appliances.
Appliances, really anything. Lightly good, lightly used housing goods is what we say. So like if you know any contractors, that are constantly remodeling, or any builders or any real estate agents that have sold homes, which is crazy right now, and somebody
Right.
comes in and says, I want it all gone,
Right.
you know, we will gladly come and pick up that
Okay.
merchandise, and we can turn that into, you know, income to help us build those homes for all of those people.
So people don't even have to try to figure out how to get it to you.
No, we've
They
got-
just need
we've
to
got
let you
trucks.
know, and
Yep.
you'll come get it.
Yep.
That's even better. So another question is, what are you building right now other than the Restore? Are there any homes in the works?
Unfortunately, with COVID, we did have to scale back. But once again, I'm extremely thankful that we are building our 57th and 58th home right now. We are actually just building right down the road for a disabled grandmother. And then we are also building for that Walton County School District teacher who,
Yes.
once again, 9 years.
Yes.
And she's got 2 twin boys and her daughter. And she's painting rooms right now. And it's just, you can't help but smile every time I talk to her. So,
Absolutely.
just an exciting time.
Absolutely.
Wish we were building more. We had more applicants this year than we've ever had before. So I
I
really
bet.
did not envy Family Selections job this year, you know,
Yeah.
with the overwhelming applications. But I am thankful that we are building.
Good. Yeah, I've been on Family Selection when I lived in Birmingham with
You'll have
Habitat.
to come join us
and
this year.
That was gut-wrenching. It was just so difficult to try to decide. And I think you mentioned earlier that one of your next dream projects is a Habitat Village.
Yes, which is why I'm very hopeful that membership will be up, because we are actually building our very first ever Habitat neighborhood, which will
Okay.
encompass 13 homes. And unfortunately, we've built 2 so far for a Walton County Sheriff employee and for the teacher. So that one's currently under construction, but we're unable to build the other 11 until we have infrastructure.
Okay.
And that's a big chunk of change while
That's
you're
right.
still trying to do your restore until we can get everything back up and running, and with all of our fundraising events. So I'm really hoping that, you know, the membership is really strong, and that, you know, we have an opportunity to apply this year to help with that new project, because our community needs it now more than ever.
Absolutely. So we need a good high
do.
membership number for Impact.
We do. I hope all of those people that had to take a year off can come back this year and be
I do too.
inspired. Like I said, it's, you know, when I averaged it out, you know, it was extremely doable,
Yes.
you know, instead of thinking at that big number,
Yes.
you know, especially for somebody like me.
Absolutely. Okay, so we have to make sure that that happens. Somebody else said, if anyone is remodeling, drop your old sink, your toilet, your cabinets, or pick up, or whatever, and pickup is available in Walton County.
is.
Okay. When is the next Women's Build Day, and how can we volunteer?
You know, they can like us on Facebook.
Okay.
They can also email our office to get on a mailing list.
Okay.
You know, due to COVID, right now we're trying to do groups in less than 10, and I know that the Women's Build is big on camaraderie.
Sure.
So we're really hoping to bring that back no later than the fall.
Okay.
But really, truly, when that committee feels that it's comfortable to bring that back. But that is
Okay.
my favorite.
Yeah,
I mean, who
the
doesn't want to
Women's
put on a
Build.
pink hard hat and
Sure.
you know, have fun and learn how to use power tools?
Sure, exactly. And then I'm going to take one last question, and we're going to turn it back over to Barbara and Teresa.
Okay.
Hard hats and high heels this year?
We have not set a date yet, because once again, we're trying to figure out, for the
Sure.
safety of everyone, how we can bring that back. You know, we had a great speaker, and I was, you know, so saddened to cancel that last year. But once again, by joining our e-blast list, and
Okay.
also by liking us on Facebook, as soon as we get those dates out,
Okay.
you know, we will publish that. But that is, you know, such an inspirational time. If you've never attended, I hope you'll join us. I'm
Absolutely.
super big on the Women's Build movement, and
Yes.
you know, women coming together. I've learned so much just being out there, I'm embarrassed to say, but I always tell everybody, you know, the guys are out there, but they just don't do the trim just like the ladies do, and they're
No.
perfectionists, and
That's
you
right.
know, they could truly build a whole house. I mean, I call them my Habitat moms, but they started 10 years ago, and those women, you know, have learned so much that
Yes.
they truly could build a house on their own. And
Yes.
that's another one of my dreams that I would like to do. So maybe one of those Hope Village houses can be an
Absolutely.
all, you know, women's
All
only
women
build.
I love that. I love that idea.
Yeah.
Teresa, thank you.
Thank you for having
so
me.
much.
Please
Thanks for
join
letting
Impact.
us come. Absolutely.
Me and my friends need help.
That's right.
to continue serving the community.
That's exactly right. And we want them to do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming out.
And thanks everybody for being here with us.